Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. It is a good day to have a good day. So today's video we're going to be talking about journaling. How I utilize journaling to kind of reshape my mental space. For me, I've said it 100 times, if you can change your mind, you can change your life. It's all about how you perceive things and breaking free of limits. So today I'm going to walk you through the tips and tricks that I use to make my journal my best friend and to really help me change the game as far as how I think, how I feel, and just how I go about my everyday. So let's get into today's video. Number one, I start every day of my journaling with what I am thankful for. It's all about gratitude. I said this in an Instagram story the other day, but if you can sit down and retrain your mind to find the things that you're thankful for in every situation, if you can search for gratitude, you're going to be a much happier human being. You're going to put out positive vibes. You're going to attract more positive people into your life. Positive people want to hang out with positive people. So you have to create that habit for yourself. So for me, that means I'm writing down anything and everything that I'm thankful for. That list definitely shifted a lot after the hurricane. I feel like before it might have been a little more vague, but post-hurricane and the days and the weeks where we didn't have power, we didn't have water afterwards, you become thankful for such small things. So it's everything from thankful for the hot cup of coffee I'm going to have that morning, from the workout that I did that day, a conversation that I might have had with a friend the night before, my dogs, anything and everything. I normally try to start my journal time every day with 5 things that I'm thankful for. It's also something I utilize outside of my journal time, but specifically for journal time, I really try to break down what I'm thankful for to kind of set my tone in the right space. Sometimes I'll go a different route, but I always make sure that there are 5 things of gratitude at minimum in there. If I feel like I'm in a headspace where I need to be reminded of a few more, I'll just go on until I feel like I'm better, but at least 5 things that you're grateful for every day. Number 2, your goals. If you're not writing down your goals, you're gonna lose track of them. You need to stay consistent, and if you want to stay consistent, you need to be writing them down. So for me, I have 10 after reading Rachel Hollis's Girl Stop Apologizing. I went through and created my 10 goals. Now, it took me some time to kind of really bang them out. Things have definitely shifted. So they don't stay the same constantly for me. If I feel like maybe something has veered off and I'm not necessarily on that same path, or I've gotten some more clarity, or I want to change how I feel about them, I write down my goals. Now, one of the things that I've recently added to that is I've given myself more of a deadline for some of these goals. Now, I'm a big believer in the fact that for me, some of them are just really big places that I know that I'm going to get there, so I'm giving myself the space and the time for that, and I don't necessarily have to hit those deadlines. But one of my goals in this season has been to really step up my game, to level myself up, to push forward, to do things at a higher level, which means I'm writing down when I want to achieve my goals by, so that I can make habits and do little tweaks and check in constantly. I'm a big fan of doing month-long challenges for myself. I feel like it's a lot easier for me to really focus in if I do a month-long with something. So if there's a new habit that I want to incorporate, or if I have my goal at this place and I think, okay, if I break this down into chunks, this is what will get me there, it's a lot easier for me to hardcore focus on something for 30 days than it is for me to really be like, okay, well, 6 months from now, I want to be here. So having my goals written down every day keeps me visualizing where I'm going and then breaking them down into smaller chunks. For me, 30 days works. For you, it might be a week to start with. That really helps me take the next steps, and then I can check in every month and see, okay, how are those goals doing? But I'm never taking my eye off of them. I'm writing them down every day. They may change. They may not stay exactly how I think that they're going to be, but they're there and I see them and there's no escaping them. So every single day in your journal, goals, you need to be writing them down. Number 3, your struggles. I feel like this was such a game changer for me, and just giving myself the freedom to think through things, to ask open-ended questions, to kind of treat my journal as like a therapist. So I would talk out things, any issues that I was having, any struggles that I was facing, anything that I just really needed to get perspective on goes into my journal. Because I feel like a lot of times for me, when I ask it, when I put that thought out there, then my mind is automatically going to start looking for the solutions and helping me figure out what my next steps are. So for you, it might look different. Obviously, every day is a bit different as far as what my journal looks like, but I'm consistently writing down anything I'm struggling with just to give myself the space to think through it and it's not something that I go back and read. That is something else I will note. When I put it in my journal, it is me releasing the thought. It's not for me to go back and dwell on. It's for me to just kind of get it out so that I can move forward. It is a space of release, and it is a great option to have because then you're not dwelling on it and keeping it in. You're saying, okay, here it is. I'm releasing it. I can move on. Number 4 is affirmations. You guys know I love affirmations. Affirmations are seriously my favorite thing. It's why I have Motivation Monday on Instagram stories. I'm a huge believer in affirmations because, like I said, if you can change your mind, you can change your life. So affirmations for me are anything that I'm facing, anything that I really want to take those mental struggles and take my like mental limitations and the places that I feel like blocks, how I want to flip the script. Because every time I write it and every time I speak it over myself, I can retrain my brain to think a different way. So whatever's going on in my life, whether or not it's business, whether or not it's personal, whether or not it's changing my relationship with food, giving myself the freedom and the space to kind of create that and to change my thought process behind that has been massive for me. I have definitely struggled with financial stuff. You guys know that one of my big goals right now is to be debt free. And so a lot of my affirmations, or at least a third of them, are involving finances. That I am creating a financially free life for myself. That I am in a place of financial like growth. Anything and everything to do with finances, anything that I'm struggling with, I find affirmations to repeat into my life, to speak into my life, to change my mindset, because that's my goal. At the end of the day, I know that if I want to break free of these habits and these things that I've done for so long, then I have to change how my mind perceives them. I have to change how I'm looking at things and moving forward. So I have to retrain my brain. And it might not happen in the first day or the first week, but over time, as I repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, it will. Now, once I get to a place where I think I'm not as identifying as strongly with something, I need to kind of move something a little bit more powerful, and I will. But for me, I use them specifically to just say, this is where I feel like I'm struggling. This is where I feel like I'm limiting myself. I'm holding myself back. I need to push forward. This is how I want to grow. Why am I struggling there? What do I feel like is the root of that problem? And how do I rechange my thought process there? How do I switch it up, think differently, so that I can move forward? And affirmations are a huge tool. And number 5 for me is prayers. It's always going to be like my 5th one. I've just been writing and journaling prayers for so long. For you, it might be whatever you're calling into your life, but I just specifically get very honest with whatever it is I feel like I need in this very moment, so I can identify that. Now, my goals are there, my affirmations are there, but there might be something very specific that I just want to call into my life. A person, a thing, a person I want to speak life over, somebody I want to pray over. I normally pray over my top 5 of whatever I'm journaling about, and if there's something specifically that I'm struggling with within those top 5, I'll write through that. I'll talk through that. I kind of target in that way, and I find that that really just helps ground me. It feels like I'm in a space where I'm not alone in this. I'm getting the help that I need. And sometimes I come out of that feeling refreshed. I think sometimes it just helps for me to acknowledge that that's a struggle. And sometimes it just gives me the space to open my mind up to see more possibilities throughout the day. But my faith in that prayer is just a huge part of my own life. So it might look different for you, but for me, as far as my everyday, my journaling, just how I am choosing to reset my brain, prayer is a huge part of it. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope that today's video really helped you. If it did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, because it really supports my channel. And don't forget to subscribe. I have switched my upload schedule. Things are changing around here. We're trying some new things. So for now, it will be Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Time here. You can find me. If you have any questions, if there's anything specific you want answered, you can leave it in the comments below, or feel free to email AskSabby@whatsabbysaid.com, and come hang out with me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm always posting motivational stuff on Instagram, so if you need that in your feed, if you want to feel more motivated, if you need that positive energy in your life, come be a part of the community there. I would love to have you. I love you guys. You matter to me. It is a good day to have a good day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.